Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio, and thank you for staying with us. This is brought to you by championnews.net. Today, we are speaking with Ross Archinal, National Director of AnyStreet.org, Community Organizing for Conservatives. And I guess the major thing that we are going to be talking about is bye-bye Obama. So, Ross, how do you think through AnyStreet and the grassroots, this movement can do their part to
get rid of Obama?
Yeah.
Well, I think that we can use the AnyStreet system and structure to raise awareness. So many people are watching the incorrect news networks, and they're getting the incorrect information or the glossed over version of the truth. They're not getting the hard-hitting truth as to why so many people are out of work, what the real unemployment number is, that kind of thing. And I think that we can use the AnyStreet system to hold small community meetings in local libraries and that type of thing. We have some people in North Carolina who do screenings of documentaries about the financial crisis that we're in. And it's a great way to bring together people with a common issue or common concern. And once people become aware of exactly what's going on and why, then really it takes care of itself.
Then the engagement process, then people get fired up.
Right, and you have a bit of a Q&A after the documentary, and you try to explain and reinforce the fact of connecting the dots of these are Mr. Obama's policies. Here's why they're not working, and you just saw exactly more statistics to back up exactly this. Now go and tell your friends.
What is the real unemployment number? Kind of digressing here, but I've heard
anywhere from 17 to
25.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I've heard as well.
Right.
And the best practices is your own community. Now, I know using the AnyStreet principles, our group Awaken America did a lot of that. And like you say, educate people at the local level, your local libraries, your local town halls that you can rent out. I mean, libraries are sometimes free, and just get people educated. And I think through that education process, it does help them to get engaged and put some fire. Jack, I know the Republican Renaissance PAC supports the candidates. We have AnyStreet here that wants to build a, what did you call it? You called it something that was great. Baseball. It was a baseball version.
A field team.
Field team.
Minor league team.
Minor league team to bring up. How do you think this can all work together to say bye-bye Obama?
Well, there are two different organizations. The state laws prohibit 501c3s and C4s. That is, what do you call them? Tax-free organizations. They prohibit them from being involved with candidates and money or active in the field of politics. You're prohibited by law from doing that. So there's really two segments of thing. I'd liken it, politics is war, and you have people in the trench that are doing the tough business of actually being candidates, presenting their message, and using money to get it on radio, TV, print their literature. That you've got to have some literature to leave behind your trail as you work the streets. It costs money to go around. It costs money to have an office. There's things like that you must do that require more money, and connection with that is prohibited to C3s and C4s. So you have two segments of the political battle. You have the guys and gals in the trenches up front. A lot of wonderful women like you seem to have more energy than some of these guys, but more guts. Pardon me.
That's okay. Thank you.
That's doing, and you did a lot of that in that remarkable victory that Joe Walsh had in the 8th Congressional District. That election was won entirely by
grassroots,
your leadership and others like you. There wasn't any money in that thing, and
it was heart. It was heart. It was the heart of the matter. We were losing our country. I will tell you, I know when I first met Ross, he said to me, when I started talking to him, he goes, I have no time to rest. He goes, there's a lot of work to take back America. And that's the type of heart that is motivating
There's
this
a story
movement.
to continue with,
Yes.
is the education of people of why they're fighting, and that's a business of C3s and 4s. There is a tough mud of wrestling in the mud in politics. It's not always a nice thing. There's some people who are pretty vicious that come out with rotten, untrue or true stories. It's tough being down there in the trenches. But I would liken the C3s and C4s and being the mortars and the artillery that...
We're going war talk here, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, well, there's a Chinese general that wrote a book about the art of war.
Lao Tzu.
Sure. And, well, you've got to... A campaign is a little bit, it's a small war.
It is.
And you better look on it as a campaign, because the other side is going to be very tough. It takes some money to do it, and it takes some people in the field. So there is a reason to give people why they should fight and how they should fight on the ground.
You know what? We're going to talk more about the art of war in politics when we come back after the break.